Level 3, inequalities. They're asking us to graph y is less than negative 1/2 x minus 1 squared minus 2. So this is like level 1. It's just it has the less than greater than. I'm going to graph this parabola. The vertex is at 1, -2. 1, -2. It's opening downwards. Let's go and find a good point for this p to go through. When x is 1, we end up with -2. So let's see that that is true. Is equal to -1 over 2 times the x value, take away 1, close the bracket, squared, minus 2. And that gives us minus 2. Now I'm going to keep going in the negative directions. That minus 1, then fill that down, then fill this down. Here at -1, we have -4. At -1, when x is -1, we end up at -4. There is our parabola. But we're looking for the values that are less than this. It can't be equal to our parabola since it's less than, it's dotted. So the parabola is dotted. The actual parabola is not part of the solution. But anything less than these values, shading below like that. I hit the shade below, we're shading inside the parabola. If we translate that, it just keeps going on and on forever. All right, that is how we graph an inequality. Then we press answer to see if we're right. Okay, let's do this one. The vertex is at 5, 5, right here. It's opening upward. It's going to look something like this. All right, we want to get the p exactly right. I'm going to use my vertex. So I'm going to plug in the 5 and then see that we get 5 when x is equal to 5. Is equal to 2 over 81 times the x value, take away 5, close the bracket, all squared, plus 5. That gives us 5 as expected. Then I'm going to fill this down. I'm going to make these guys equal to 5. Take away 1. I'm going to go down like that. And then I'm going to fill this down. These are all decimal values. I got all the way down to -1. Change this 5 to -2. And then we get a nice integer value at -4, +7. So when x is -4, we get +7 like this. Notice if we put in 14, it should also give us +7. If I change this to 14, we get +7. This is the graph so far. It's less than or equal to. Because it's equal to, it's a solid line. Then it's less than, we're going to be shading below. Shade everything below the parabola, and it looks like this. That is what it looks like. And then we press answer to see if we're right. This one's opening down, and we're shading above. The vertex is 7, -1. It's opening downward. It's going to look something like this, but we're not sure what the p is. I am going to use 7. When x is 7, we get -4 over 81 times brackets. The x value is 7, the x value, minus 7, close the brackets, all squared, -1. And then if I fill that this is equal to, just do values greater than 7, that's fine. I'm going to go in the positive direction this time, and I'm going to fill these down. We're going to go to 14, and then we see at 16, we have -5. Translate that over a little bit. At 16, we have -5. This is our parabola. Y is greater than or equal to. It's a solid line because it has a solid bar down here. We're greater than, we're shading above. And then we press answer. Graph y is greater than 2 over 81, x plus 9, all squared, -5. The vertex is -9, -5. -9, -5 is right there. It's opening upwards. I'm going to make the x -9, calculate the y. Doing 2 over 81 times the x value plus 9, close the brackets, squared, -5, and we get -5 as expected. I'm going to add 1 to that, is equal to that plus 1, and then fill that down. We get -9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 y values when the x's are all of these values. We get down to -3, we don't have any point that's integer value, so I'm going to make the -9 into -2 and continue until we get to 0. We have -3. We have an integer solution at 0, -3. This is our parabola, but we're looking for the graph of y is greater than that. It's not equal to, we have dotted. It's greater than, we're shading everything above this, shading inside the parabola like that. And then we press answer to see if we're right. Let's do another one. Here the vertex is +10, +4. We're opening down something like this. 1 over 50, so I'm expecting it to be very shallow, something like this. When the x is 10, the y should be 4. is equal to negative 1 over 50 times the x value, take away 10, in this case that 0 squared is still 0, plus 4 is 4. Subtract 1 from the 10 and then fill that down. Then I'm going to fill down the y values. These are all decimals. 4, I get as low as 4. I'm going to change this to a 3 and continue. And when I get to 0, I end up with a 2. Something that looks like this. This is what our parabola looks like. We want to graph y is greater than this. Okay, so it's not equal to, so it's dotted, greater than, we're shading above, like that. And this is our graph, and it looks like this. Then, if I press enter, so that is it for level 3. Have a good day.